Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. My name is Mohammad Anas and today we are doing web automation using Selenium. Now as you have previously seen my videos, we have already built this website called Daily Habit Tracking or Daily Reflection Journal. Now I have deployed this website on a Netlify. As you can see, this is the Netlify link. So whenever I will refresh this page will load. Now, what we have to do is we have to automate this website. Now, if you have watched my previous video, I have already told that I have created this website for the web automation, which is my main motive. And for that, I have to build this website in order to print the book. So this is completely working website, and this is the page which we want to automate. So as you can see, the codes are loading, and whenever we print, the page is printing without the buttons. So it's working quite fine. Or we can also click this button to do the printing process. Now, if you can see, if I refresh, it takes a little bit of a latency. There is a latency because it is the free API. So there is a slight delay in loading of the codes. So what is the plan of action for today is we have to go to the page. Now, this is how you guys design algorithm. This is the procedure to design algorithm of anything you do. And this is how we are going to approach this process. This is the approach which I am taking. So what I am going to do, I have to go to this page slash book. So I have to go to this page. Then we have to wait for approximately 2 seconds. Now, why we are waiting for 2 seconds? Because whenever I am coming to this page, there is slight delay for loading of the codes. So I am assuming the delay for of a 2 seconds. Right. Now we have to print the page. Now, if we do this print, if we print this page for n number of time, we will have the book of n pages. And in the last, we will compile this book and get the entire compiled book, which we can use for our habit tracking. So we will print the page and we will ensure that not more than three requests are made under 30 seconds. Now, why is that? So I have already mentioned in the previous video that this ZenCodes API is free API, but it has a rate limit. Now, what is the rate limit? You cannot make more than five or four requests under 30 seconds or it will fail. So we are doing it more safer side and we are not making more than three requests. So, and after printing the page, we will refresh the page. Now, if I have print this code, now I will refresh and there is a new code and I have to print it again. So we will refresh the page and then we will repeat this entire process. All right. So this is how we are going to approach the problem. Now, there are two things to keep in mind. I am using Brave browser as my default browser. So I have to download a WebDriver for my Brave. And for you guys to do this, if you are doing it Chrome, then you have to search what if it is by default automated or you have to download a WebDriver for it because Brave is not automated by default. So I have to download a WebDriver. I will show you how to do it. And second thing is we have to create a virtual environment. So I hope you all know how to create a virtual environment because we are going to install Selenium. And I don't want to install Selenium in my main system. Okay. So now we are going to understand how we can download the Chrome driver for our browser and how to install Selenium. So what you have to do is you have to type this in your web browser, either brave.version or if you are on a Chrome, then you have to write Chrome. If you are on a Edge, then you have to write Edge. Okay. and you will see the browser name and the version, Chromium version. So as you can see, I have 133.6943.14. So what I have to do is I have to search Chrome driver. Okay. And then go to this website, the first link. And what was my version? My version was 113. So you can see there are multiple versions. Yeah, this was my version. Okay, 133. So I have to go to this and then download. See, so that's how we can download. This is the Chrome, and I have to download Chrome driver. So don't download the Chrome. This is the Chrome browser. Okay. So I have Windows 11 64-bit. So I'm going to download this one. All right. So let's keep this aside and focus on building. So now this is the website which we are going to automate and create a book. So let's go to the VS Code. I have created the folder here where I am going to save the files. That is the PDF file which we are going to print. This is my Chrome driver.exe. I have already downloaded it, and this is my path for Brave browser where I have my Brave browser. So what we are going to do is uh, we have to first create a virtual environment and install Selenium. Okay, so you have to go to your terminal. All right. So it is already showing that I have a virtual environment, which I don't have. I think I have already deleted this. Yeah. So it is showing from the previous version. What we have to do is Python -m virtual environment and your environment name. So this is the command. Okay. And what right now I am going to write is the environment name. So let's name it my EN. Now let's run this and you will see that there is a folder created with .myenv. Now, so as you can see, I have that my folder has been created .myenv. This is our virtual environment. So how you are going to activate dot backslash the folder name, then scripts, then activate. Now this will activate my virtual environment. Now if I list down the pips, then you will see there will be only a pip. All right. So no Selenium is installed. So if I will install Selenium, it will only install in this virtual environment rather than installing in my system. So it will protect us from future clashes. All right. So how you are going to install Selenium? Just simply write pip install Selenium. And this will take some side time, depend upon your internet speed. Okay. And we will wait. Now it is showing that installing collected packages. These are the packages which includes in the Selenium by default. So we will wait until this all gets completed. Now the installation is completed. We can simply check it by doing the replace. And you can see the Selenium is installed, and these are the other packages that we get from Windows Selenium. All right. So let's go to the task. So what we are going to do, we have already discussed. These are the process we have to do. So we cannot directly implement this. First, we have to break down the problem into chunks. All right. So first, we are going to initialize. Okay. So what we will need, we need web drivers. Okay. Web drivers, and we will be needing OS because we have to save the file in the system, and we need time management. All right. So first we will import from Selenium, import no suggestions. So we have to write manually WebDriver and let's mm, and what we are going to import, we have to import the services. Why services? Because we need to print the task. All right. So we will import services. Uh, Selenium dot WebDriver Chrome services because we are using Chrome driver. Service import service. All right. Now what we will need? We need OS, we need time, and we need something called as base 64. Why why we are going to need base 64? I will explain. So why base 64? Because whatever we are printing, that printing PDF is in a encoded form. So we are using the base 64 format to decode it. We are printing it in a base 64 format. That is why we need base 64 to decode the base 64 PDF data. Actually, we are automating the data, printing of data at the browser. Okay. So that's why we need. And OS, Selenium is the one which automates the browser. Okay. And let's go ahead and set up. So what we are going to set up. So I will just write here commands into libraries. And what we are going to do is we are going to configure paths. So which path we are going to configure the first? First, I have my Brave. So I will write it down Brave path. Now I have already saved my Brave path here. So I am going to select this and copy and paste. Okay. Now, as you can see, there is a slash B. So this will be used as the keywords in the Python. So what we are going to do, we are going to pass it as a raw string. Okay, because slash n slash t, these are used for next line, next step. These are some assigned operators in the Python. Okay. Now, what we are going to do, what we need, we need our Chrome driver. So Chrome driver. So I have installed my Chrome driver in the same path. So I will just simply copy and paste the path. So here is the path. We are also going to pass it through cross string so it won't cause any error. Now, where I want to save my file, output folder. Okay, I will name it as output folder. Where I want to save, so this is my output folder where I want to save C, my PDF. So I will just copy its path and paste it here. All right, this is my output folder. Now, what we are going to do, we are going to check if someone's name is different from my folder. So first we have to check using the OS if the folder exists or not. If folder does not exist, then we are going to create the folder. So how we can do that? We can simply do it by os dot make directory. Okay, make directory. Which directory we are going to make? Output folder. Okay, if exists, this will check that if output folder exists or not, or else it will make directory. All right. Now we are going to set up the Selenium option for our Brave browser. Now what are these? See, when we are printing this, okay, we are seeing this pop-up window where we have to save, we have to cancel. All right. So we don't want this pop-up. All right. We want it to run without. this pop-up. So what do we call it? We called it headless mode. And what we are going to do, if we run this, it will by default utilize our GPU. So which will cause more power consumption, and which is not a great thing. So what we are going to do, we are going to use something called as Chrome options, huh? Which is stored in the WebDriver. Okay. And we will use this to manage all the things which I have explained. So what we are going to do, we are going to set up options for Selenium. All right. So what we are need to do, we first need to initialize the Chrome options object from WebDriver. Or, okay, this will initialize the Chrome option object in the Brave option, and we will get everything which Chrome option have in Brave options. All right. So what we have to do, we have to first check that if our Brave path can open. So what I don't know why it is not giving me any suggestions right now. Yeah. I don't know. So we have to type, or I can enable my Copilot, but it won't be great for the tutorial. So I think I have to waste some time. So what we are going to do, we are going to do Brave option dot, and we are going to check if the file location is perfect for my browser or not. Okay. What is this location? It's Brave path. All right. And then I just copied it, so it will save time. What we have to do, we have to add argument in it that I want this all procedure to run in headless mode. What does headless means? See, this pop-up, this is called head. So we want it to run in the background without any head. So this is the first option. Then what is the second option? Disable GPU. We are not going to use GPU in this. All right. So uh, till this, have you all understand? Please let me know. If you have any doubt, please feel free to comment. Now we are going to initialize our driver. So how we can do, how we are going to do this? First, we have to, what we can say, we have to use the service, and we have to, what we can say, we have to use this service, and we have to pass this driver's path. So these services will be using Chrome driver. All right. So right now, what we are going to do service. So what we are going to do, service. Which service we are going to need? Chrome driver service. All right. So we will pass it, or we can name it more Chrome driver path. All right. So it will be better for understanding. We are going to use Chrome driver's path. Whatever is there on Chrome driver, we are going to use its service. Now we have Chrome driver.exe at that path. All right. Now, which driver we are using and how we are using. So we are using Chrome WebDriver. Okay. WebDriver, Chrome WebDriver, barabar. Service, which services which need, we will need services. All right. And options, options, what are the options? We need to run it in headless mode and this without GPU. So we are going to part that Brave options. All right. Options is equal to, correct. Option is equal to Brave option. All right. So this part is done. So we have completed our first part of the project. Now what we are going to do is how many pages we need to print. So we will take it as a input from the user. So which will be useful. So enter number of pages to print. All right. Now, what we have seen here in this, we have to print the pages. We have to wait. We have to make sure that no more than three requests is, and we have to refresh it. So what we are going to do first, we are going to do the rate limiting that no more than three requests are made. So first we will, let's say how we are going to approach. First we will check the refresh count. If the refresh count is more than three, we are going to wait. Okay. So we will first initialize it with zero. Okay. And here we will use time. All right. Now we can see if the refresh count is more than three, then we have to stop. And if the start time minus last refresh time is more than 3%, then we can continue. Okay. Now we have to print the page. Now, how many number of time we are going to print the page? We are going to print the page for the n number of times. So for I in range, now we are going to, if we do n, then it will start from 0 to n minus 1. So we need to start from 1 and go till n. So this will be our logic. Now, first, where do we want to go? So we are going to send a get request. So here we are going to pass our URL. So what is the URL? This is the URL where we want to. So here I have passed the URL. Then after going to URL, we have to wait for how much second? We have to wait for 2 seconds. All right. Now, after 2 seconds, we are going to print the page. How we are going to print the page? First, we have to decide where do we want to print the PDF. Okay. So OS.path dot join where output folder, right? We have already defined it over there. So what should be the naming convention? We are using the f string. We will save the PDF as number, whatever number is the PDF, we are going to save it as .pdf. So if it is the first PDF, then it will save as a one. If it is two PDF, if it is the second PDF, then it will save as a 2.pdf, 3.pdf, and so on. Okay. Now, as you can see, while printing this, there are multiple parameters: pages, headers, background, margin. All right. Pages per sheet, default, minimum. Okay. So what we are going to do, we are going to define what are the parameters we are going to require while printing. So this will be in a JSON format. So first is this page is in a landscape or in a portrait? So it's definitely in a landscape. So you don't want landscape mode. All right. So we are going to make it false. All right. Then is there are any header and footer on the our web page? No. So we don't want to display that. Display header, display header, display header, footer. All right. So we are going to make it false as well. And do we need to print the background? Is there any background? Yes, there is a background which is not visible. As you can see, there is a slight difference in this color and this white color. So we need to print the background. Okay. So we need to print the background color. All right. So we are going to make it true. Now, what else do we need? Do we need to just simply paste the now as if you have seen, we have imported the base 64. Now, only do we need to print the page data or do we have to print the CSS as well, maintain the CSS as well? So if we don't maintain the CSS, if we use base 64 and again decode it, it will only give us the data. We won't get this layout. All right. So what we are going to do, prefer CSS page size. What it does is whatever CSS is written for this page, for this layout, for the size of this page, it will by default print that rather than choosing from A4, A3, A2, and so on. So we are going to make it true. All right. So that's done. So now we have to print the data of the PDF. So we are going to tell our driver to execute the command for printing. So this is the function which will execute. Okay. So what we are going to execute? We are going to execute page print to PDF. This is the command which we are going to do. We have to print the page to PDF. Now here we are going to pass our parameters to maintain the layout. Okay. And what we are going to print? We are going to print data present on that page. We are going to convert that data into our PDF format. What because the data is loaded in the base 64 format. All right. So we are going to convert that byte into we are going to convert that data to actual PDF. So how we can do that? We will simply use that base 64 dot so yeah, I will accept that session. It's all right. So now how we are going to save the PDF? Okay, we are going to save the PDF in that this folder. Okay, this my PDF. All right. So what we are going to do first, we are going to open that PDF that where in that path where I am going to and we are going to open it in WB mode. So this is the shorthand. This part is the shorthand for writing any command, writing any file without creating it. It will already automatically create it. What we are going to create? We are going to create that PDF bytes. All right. So let's move ahead, and we will just debug, add a print statement here that the uh, PDF is saved. Okay, where it is saved at our PDF folder. All right. So after this, what we are going to do, we are going to check the page. We are going to refresh the page, and we are going to keep that in mind that no more than 3 refreshes are made in the 30 seconds. All right. So we are going to what we are going to do, we are going to check if it is the last iteration or not. If it is not the last one, then we are going to refresh. And of course, if it is the last iteration, that is, if we need 10 pages and it has already printed a 10th page, then we don't need to refresh the web page. All right. So what we are going to check is I less than n. Okay. If yes, then what we are going to do? We are going to refresh the web page. All right. And after that, we are going to increase the refresh count by 1. Why we are going to increase this? Because we need to check that if our refreshes are if we are making more than three requests under 30 seconds. That is why we are increasing the refresh count. So I will explain it to you in short what we are doing here. First, we are going to navigate to the web page. All right. So this is the web page. We are going to navigate here. Then we are going to wait for 2 seconds because we are expecting the API request because it is slow. Then what we are doing is this is the parameters which we are passing. Like we don't want landscape, we don't want header, we want background, we want the CSS page defined size. We don't want our predefined predefined page size. And now here what we are doing is we are executing the CDP command. What is the CDP stands for? This is the Chrome's DevTools Protocol command, which is used for implementing the print function. Okay, then what we are doing is we are saving the PDF files sequentially here. You can see I stands for number of iteration. If it is the first, then it will save as first.pdf. If it is second, that it will save as second.pdf. All right. Then we are refreshing the page after each iteration until and unless we have reached our defined limit. Okay. Now what we are going to do next here we have check for the refreshes. Now what we are going to do? We are going to check if rate limit is exceeding or not. So what we are going to do? We are going to check the refresh count is greater or equal to 2 or not. Okay. Okay. Then if it is greater, then what we are going to do? We are going to wait. How long we are going to wait? See, understand. This is the logic of how we are going to implement the wait. We are going to calculate the current time minus start time of our program. When our program was started, let's suppose it started at 1. What is the current time? Time. It will be, if it is greater, then it will be definitely more than 30. Okay. If it is greater, then it will definitely be more than 30. All right. So how long we are going to wait? We are going to wait 30 minus our start time. What was our start time? Our start time was after 2 seconds. So this much we are going to wait. Now under this, if elapsed time is less than 30. Now if our time is under 30 seconds, then wait for the remaining time. What does elapsed time stand for? How long we are going to wait. And if it is under 30 seconds, how much time does it is elapsed time stands for how much time we have right now. If it is, oh, sorry, if it is under 30 seconds, then we are going to wait for how much second? 30 minus elapsed time. So you understand this? See, we have to make more, we should ensure that no more than 2 or 3 requests are made under 30 seconds. So what does elapsed time means? How much time is remaining? How much time is remaining for in order to achieve the 30-second timestamp? If this timestamp is more than 30 seconds, that means we are still we still haven't made that much request, because every time we are refreshing we are waiting for 2 seconds. So if it is more than 30 seconds, then it is definitely we are not going to wait. We are going to make another refresh. Now, if it is less than 30 seconds, then we know that I have refreshed it. That's why my elapsed time is less than 30 seconds. So what we are going to do, we are going to wait for that much time for 30 seconds. And then after that, what I am going to do, I am going to refresh. So how I can refresh? I will simply make my refresh count 0. So it will again, and then I am going to start our time again. After refreshing, we are going to start our time. So this is how we are going to print our page. Now, after all this thing here, we are completing our printing process and everything we have done. So what we are going to do, we are going to tell our driver to quit and clean up the code. So this is simple command driver.quit. So after printing all the pages, it will simply quit and won't run again. So I hope you guys have understand this. Now we will, so now we are going to separate our, we are going to perform what we can say a good practices to what we are doing here. We are implementing a rate limiting mechanism. All right. So we are going to add comments so that if anyone is watching this, he can easily understand what we are doing. And here, the driver.quit, we are simply just closing our browser. So I hope this will work fine. So should we try it? Yeah, we should definitely try it. We have defined where is this? We have defined our journal page. Okay. So right now, just wait a second. I should open my folder. Yeah, there is the folder. See, nothing is present here. So we will go and run the file Python and so it is running. Now let's suppose I need how much pages should I need? I need 3 pages to be printed. Okay. So let's see how much time does it takes and see if our PDF okay. So one.pdf is saved. See here, one PDF is saved. Uh, just wait for a couple of seconds, and here we have encountered the error. Now, what is the error? What it is showing? No connection between the target machine actively refused it. So what is the error? What is the error? The work was executed. So let me check the code again. Let me check and we will get back to you in a minute. Now just wait for a second. So guys, this was the simplest error. Here you can see we are refreshing the refresh count in the elapsed time loop. We don't have to do this. We have to make the refresh count outside. No, no. So this refresh one is not the issue here. I was thinking that it was the issue, but this was not the issue. Here you can see what we are doing. We are quitting the driver in this for loop. So this is the issue here. Okay, so this was the simplest mistake. This is how you learn programming. Every engineer does this. So what we are doing here, we are closing the browser after the first iteration only. So that's why you have seen. So I have deleted that first page book. I have deleted this book. I thought I should start again and print this. So what we were getting, we were first getting the one book. Okay, we were getting the first page, and after that page, we are getting the error. So that's why we were getting the error because our driver was quitting after first iteration only. So now let's run the code again and let's see if it's work or not. So again, we are going to print the 3 pages and this time it will definitely work. See, first book, first page, second page. Okay. Now we have set the rate limit for not more than 2. So it will wait. And now we can see that the waiting time is, it is waiting here. Okay. So no third book is getting. Now you can see after 30 seconds, we will get another book. Okay. Now let's see. Okay, so third book is also here. So now uh, we should check if all books are here. Now we should check if books are printed properly or not. So this is the first page. Uh, yeah, right. Show me a hero, and I will write you the tragedy. F. Scott, Fickerland, or Fitzgerald. Sorry, whatever it is. Now second page maybe something different. Yeah. right? So what we were, give a man a fish and you feed him for a day, teach a man to fish and you feed him for a lifetime. Love soup. All right, superb quote. And third one, okay, being in a good frame of mind helps keep one in a picture of health. So that's it, guys. That was our plan, and I was going to do this to print hundreds of pages, and after that, running printing hundreds of pages, I am going to compile this book. So I have already did that. Let me show you here. Journal. Here is the book that I have printed. So as you can see, this book is of 300 pages and each page has a different code. So this was our plan of action for this entire video and we have successfully completed it. Now one more thing what we can do is, let me delete. So it is not visible. So just delete. And one more thing we can do is we can check how much time does it takes for printing those pages. So what we can do here, since we are using that start time and we are refreshing it here, so we should define something called as calculation of time, and we should also start it here. All right. And in the end, uh, we should what we should say? We should say the end time. Okay. So this is the time where our program ends. This will be calculated at the last. So this will be time and we will print. What we are going to print? Total time taken to print n pages is integer of what we are going to do. We are going to simply minus calc time minus end time. Okay. Starting minus ending or ending minus starting. I guess end minus start should be where we are right now and where we have started. So this will definitely give us the running time. Now test it again. So now we will simply test for two files. So it will give us faster. No, one PDF is saved. See, second PDF is saved. Now total time taken to print two pages is 9. 9 what? 9 hours, 9 cells. So we are going to add 9 seconds. Okay. Now this will look good. Now delete, delete, run again and check how much page. Now let's take 3 pages and see how much time does it takes. So one PDF is done. Second is also done. Now it will definitely take more than how much seconds? More than 30 seconds. Why? Because we have set the rate limit of 30 seconds. So let's see how much time does it takes after 30 seconds. I guess it will take 2 seconds wait and then print, 2 second waits and then print this to 5 seconds, approximate 5 seconds for this and 35 seconds for this. Oh, no, no, no. There is some mistake. Calculate time taken to print 3 pages is 5 seconds. What you have seen, it is definitely more than 5 seconds. So what if is I have already declared end time somewhere. No. So oh sorry, we are separating it. Yeah, that's that was the mistake, guys. That was the mistake. Now try again. Try again, try again. That's how you learn. Try again. Fail, try again. Fail, try again. Now let me put my laptop to charging. Okay, that's good. Now first PDF, second PDF. Now let's see how much time does it takes. So you have seen that it was the 5 second because we are refreshing the time. Here we are refreshing the start time and I was subtracting from this. So after starting, we are waiting only 2 seconds and then we are printing. So that's why it was giving us the five. Now we have seen we have total taken 35 seconds to print the 3 pages. Suppose we are doing it for hundreds of pages, so it will take time accordingly. So you can see. So I hope you guys have learned something interesting from this video. And what is happening here? Oh, okay. So thank you so much, guys, for giving your time. I know this is the very long video. This is my first time recording such one short tutorial. And I know, please just comment your thoughts how my teaching process is. I want to grow, I want to learn, and I want to teach what I am learning. This is how a man grows. So I know I made mistakes. I'm new to this field, and your support will teach me how can I do it better and better day by day. So that's all what I have to say. I hope you like this session. Thank you so much guys for watching and I will see you next time.